Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Hey guys, testing 1, 2, 3. The microphone seems to be a little fuzzy, maybe? Maybe it's the fan. Hang on one sec. Okay. Welcome in, welcome in. Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to do something fun. I'm going to animate some logos and things like that. Specifically some holiday-themed logos. Ooh, this is kind of cool. Alright, hang on one second. Let me try something out here. Turn that up. Bear with me, playing with the levels here for a second. Hey Gastron, how's it going? Should be okay, I think. Just trying to subdue the music as I can talk and be heard. A little bit more. Alright, so I'm going to start with ideogram. Make a fun holiday logo. We'll start with Season's Greetings. Actually, before I even do that, let's adjust the window so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. So let me put that there. Let me put that there, and then right there as well. Yes, how is everybody in chat doing today? I hope that you're all doing great. Well, thank you, JF Cassis. I appreciate you. I'm doing good, Pearl. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Doing good. Still want the music to be a touch louder. There we go. So, we're working with this monstrous workflow that you see before you. But basically all it really does is animate logos and masked elements in general according to an RGB color scheme. I wasn't driving a car. And ooh, that sounds kind of fun. Maybe I'll park that idea off to the side, but for now I'm gonna follow my current thread of logo animation. That's kind of cool. It's a little too busy for my taste. I think maybe this one will do the trick. Season's Greetings, perfect. Let's save that. Let's hop over to Canva so we can just quickly crop out the background. Right now I'm about to animate some logo nonsense. I'm gonna animate some logos. So I'm gonna save that. Open that up, open Photoshop, and we're gonna be animating shortly here. Just bear with me. Let's clean up some of our old workspace right here so that we can get prepared for our new animations. Set that there, set this here, turn this off. And okay, I think we're good. So let's go ahead. Clean this up a little bit. We don't want the extracurricular elements surrounding our text. We don't really need them. So let's go ahead and clear that out, clear this out. I don't want any snowflakes, not right now. Clear that out as well, this and that. And I also kind of don't want the bars either. Let's clear the bars out as well. We're not going to need them. Clear that, clear that, clear that. Just doing a real rough job here. Okay, there. And then lastly, right there. Perfect. Now finally, we need to give it the right colors so that I can mask it later on in Comfy and start animating elements individually. So we're gonna make this red, a perfect red, perfect RGB. So 255. Gonna make this perfect green. 255 there, and then lastly the background will be blue. All right, perfect. And also let's what size is this? Okay, let us convert to smart layer, smart object. Let's shrink the canvas down to 512, and just so we have more space to see our logo. All right, let's save that out. Seasons RGB. Okay, perfect. And let's paste it right on into Comfy right here. Okay, see, we've got it right down in Comfy. I was playing with ControlNet's video input today. Nice. Yeah, no, videos with ControlNet is where things start to get really interesting. What's funny though is today I'm going to be using ControlNets for just static imagery. I guess in theory I could animate this mask to do something basic, maybe the letters jiggle or bounce, but I'm just going to leave it static for the time being. And we are also now going to, in fact, in retrospect, maybe I should have made these letters a little thicker because this process does prefer thicker lines and objects, but I think we'll be okay. We're going to try it out. So let's find some nice holiday themed images to paint over our text with. Let's see. Let me ask Claude for some nice holiday themed textures and objects I can use to animate my logo letters as, I don't know how else to phrase it. Okay, snow and snowflakes, Christmas lights. Ooh, yeah, Christmas lights is good. Let's do some Christmas lights. Maybe we'll do that for the word seasons. Ooh, beautiful. Let's take this image right here. Take that, paste that on in for seasons. And then what do we do for greetings, huh? Let's do Christmas tree for that. Christmas tree. Let's find a good one right about, maybe right here. Copy that, paste that on in. Let's see, for our background we'll just use like a snowy landscape. Okay. Let's use this. That looks cool. That looks real cool. 4K, seasons, greetings, Christmas logo, Christmas lights, snow. Let's just name it that. And also let's give ourselves a motion lure just for some additional direction with the motion. Let's use zoom in because I really like zoom in. We'll prompt it with zoom in as the trigger. And then let's let it rip. Let's let it try. Echo says, do a shit, dude. Do a shit, please. Very useful comment, my friend. I have no idea what you're asking. Okay, any comments on YouTube? Nothing yet, no. But we can already tell this is going to be interesting. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Christmas vibes in the air, exactly. It's never too early. I mean, is it really ever too early? Golden Christmas. Ooh, these are beautiful. Now we're talking. Let's play with some of these for the second video. I gotta take this picture. That's gorgeous. Let's use that in some capacity. But first, let's see our first video results. And ooh, not too bad. Pretty good start. Good first start. Diego, hello, how are you? Hello, everybody. I hope that your day is going well. So, what should we do? I think it's a little chaotic. We can probably start by turning the motion scale down. So, let's bring that down to 1.1. So let's play with this image that we just brought in. Let's make that, oops. Let's change the word greetings to be a different texture because it's a little flickery, a little hard to read. So let's try and use this as the paint. Process works wonders with textures. Yeah, no. It's kind of like Russian roulette as far as what looks great and what doesn't when it comes to like the lettering. You got to be like kind of tasteful and tactful with it, but also, you know, because it's Comfy UI, there's so much room for experimentation. But I guess try and use something that's somewhat logical. Like this isn't exactly a texture. It has texture in it, but hopefully Comfy will pick up the general theme of the image for my needs. Otherwise, though, I think the best results would come if you specifically just paste in a texture. What if I just type Christmas texture even? Christmas texture. Yeah, as expected, it's kind of like a GIF wrap theme. Kind of cool, though. Well, let's see what we get. Ooh, okay. Hey, Junior Felix, how are you doing? So this is kind of nice. It's still very illegible in many ways. So first I think I'm going to grow a mask around the lettering ever so slightly, and what that's going to do is, in fact, you'll see in a moment as I click Q prompt, it'll grow a thickening mask around the target to basically bolden it up a little bit, especially in the case of lettering. It should help things out. Now, obviously, I've added a little too much masking here because you can no longer read the letters, but that's kind of the idea. So let's see what we get anyways. It might still give us something interesting. It might be good. It might be good. Video something a little softer. That looks better. Yeah, I like that a lot more. How's that? That's pretty cool. Alright, so okay, so it's still a bit chaotic. I love the background though. I love the environment, don't you? I mean, the environment's beautiful, but we really need to work with these letters and make them more readable. We really do. So let's see what we can achieve, you and I. So, as much as I love the stuff going on with the word seasons, it's so chaotic. And that might change after the upscale. It might. Greetings, greetings. The T in greetings looks a little weird, don't it? It kind of looks like a an additional vowel even, like an A or something. It's possible that the letters are simply too thin. Can Mac OS run Comfy UI? Yes, it can. Yes. Your results will probably vary widely depending on your build, but I think generally the recommendation is to run off an NVIDIA card with Windows is pretty much the most stable, reliable kind of environment. A pretty recent NVIDIA card if you can afford it. But otherwise, you really don't want to dip below 8 to 12 gigs of VRAM at the least if you're getting into the whole video side of things. I think image generation is a little more forgiving, but 8 to 12 gigs VRAM is pretty much the cutoff for video, as far as I understand. M1 Max, very good question. So I will say that I ran Comfy UI on my Mac Mini for a while before building this new rig, and that Mac Mini had like an M2 in it, and video generation was pretty lackluster. I quickly decided to just rent a cloud server instead, a cloud machine, and just rent it by the hour. So it quickly became pretty untenable for me, but again, I would try it, especially for image generation. You should be okay. Okay, so what do I want to do here? I want to make these letters more legible, so maybe I'll start by giving it a basic texture. Maybe just something solid, like solid gold texture. Well, not even textures. We'll use this right here. This might be a little bit better. Let's save our images up here. Let's try that for the textures of our letters, you know? Let's see what we get. Thank you for that. I'm a sheep. Ooh, I'm already liking what I'm seeing based off of the crude preview. Ooh, beautiful. Now we're getting somewhere. I like that a lot more. Now, legibility-wise, it's still not amazing. Obviously, you can't exactly read the word greetings very well, but I like the direction that we're headed in. Now, maybe if I tighten up the control net a touch, that will help further hone in on the boundaries of our target mask. I think the answer is yes. We're going to try that out by bumping up those values a little bit. Actually, let's bump up line art too. That's rather low. Bump it up to 0.6. I think we're gonna like what we see. Clearly there's a lot going on here, but that's okay. This burns out. So if you all have any questions about what I'm doing, or just about my day, or if you just want to talk about anything at all, chime in. Let me know what's on your mind. You know, what's on your mind. Let me edit this snow landscape a little bit, because I'm noticing some elements I'm not too fond of, like this guy, for example. Let's crop him out. Marquee him, remove. And while that's working, let's see our new logo. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, now we're getting somewhere that I can really live with. Look at that, folks. Look at the difference. Just by bumping up those control net values. The one on the, okay. The one on the left is our old one, the one on the right's the new one. It's like before and after. And clearly the one on the right is so much more legible. And that's all thanks to our control net. Okay, now we've removed our little skiing friend down there. So let's also take care of this. There's some weird little signature looking stuff going on here. Let's remove that. Cool. Snowscape 2, I'll call it. We'll hop back on over to Comfy, paste it on in. Okay, should be a lot better. Yes, I love controlling it too. It's amazing. It's amazing what you can do with it, the versatility. This is super psychedelic looking. I really like it. Let's go ahead and cue that up again. This is so pretty. And I think what I'm also going to do is quickly upscale it after it finishes. I don't think it should take that long, because it's only 36 frames. 32, actually. Your stuff is amazing, dude. Oh, thank you so much, Scap Taylor. I really appreciate you. It's a labor of love, you know? It is an obsession. Yes, indeed. I think we're going to like what we see. I'm already liking what I see. But, just a couple seconds here. We're going to see, sure enough, we've removed our red skiing friend who was in the old one. He is now no longer present. Neither is the signature. So now we're in a good spot, I think, to finally upscale. When you type in artworks drive run, second picture if you're down. Okay, yeah. All right, Benny. I'll notate your idea and I'll get to it in just a sec after we finish this idea. Ryan Gosling. Whoops. Notes. Ryan Gosling movie poster. Neon. Alright, let me see what comes up on Google. Ooh, is it this one? Looks like it could be the one, huh? Let's take that and bring it into Comfy for now. And let's also start the upscale process on our little video here. Oh, thank you, Hans. Thank you so much. Getting lost is the idea. It is very much the intention. It's rendering right now. Something's working. What's working? I don't see a green selector. So we've got... Oh, it might be a different... No, it's... Oh, that's right. It's hiding behind you. There it is. Hello. Okay. So, what was the shortcut to bypass and activate node groups? Yeah, so just highlight any node or nodes that you want to bypass, which you probably know is holding control and dragging and selecting. And then you want to do Control B. Control B for bypass. Pretty straightforward. So I will show you, just see, back and forth, back and forth. And I think Control H will hide, which, no, that brings up history. There's a node hiding option, which I don't know what the difference is between that and bypass. Maybe it means hide preview, but in any event, bypass is fine. Alright, so we have roughly, well, 4.5 minutes on the upscale. A little longer than I would prefer, but I think we'll enjoy the results. You know? Well, let's think about how to do this. Should I animate the Drive logo as well as Ryan Gosling? That could be an interesting idea. Let's bring him into Photoshop. Remove whatever this is. Just remove all the crap, really. That, remove that. Remove that. And remove that as well. Remove Beautiful. And we're going to do this too. Remove this. We don't want any text obstructing our image for the purpose of animation. Nice. Okay, so let's take this, make it red. And yeah, we'll just do this. We'll put it in its own little thing. 512, 512. Okay. Make the background blue. Logo. And lastly, we're going to take this right here. Just as image inspiration, I think, for the final result. So quick export that. Call it Ryan. Save that. And let's see, we're almost done with our season's greetings. About 55 seconds left. See what's happening with these colors. Yeah, no, it should be interesting to see how the neon color palette applies to this logo animation that I'm about to do. And again, as you can see, I'm clearly separating out the elements in an RGB fashion so that the control net can really easily pick out and identify which elements to mask and to ignore. Yes, Haynes, absolutely. So I'm kind of just playing around with logo animations today using a program called Comfy UI, which is an open source software for creating AI images and AI animations. Ooh, that's pretty. That's very pretty. Now there's some like weird fuzziness around some of the letters, specifically the S in seasons and G in greetings. But I think that's because of the expanded mask I applied prior to rendering. But otherwise, it's really beautiful, you know? And if I just go ahead and quickly interpolate these results for your viewing pleasure, because it will be very, very cool. Let's bump that up to 60 frames real quick, just to get a real nice impression of what we're looking at here. So let's save that, come back to it later. Season's greetings, I might even use that for something. It's beautiful. Let's start prepping our Ryan Gosling stuff. So we got the Drive logo. We've got the Ryan image for visual reference. Oh, you know what? I don't want that. I don't want... I'd like very much to take that. Okay. Ryan 2. Okay, now we should be good. Perfect. Okay. So let's take a look at our interpolated result. Check that out, folks. Look how beautiful that is. Yeah, doing this in Blender and Houdini would be like... I mean, frankly, I can't really speak on the matter because I don't know Blender or Houdini, but yes, I can pretty safely assume it would take a lot longer. This is really pretty, you guys. If I'll kind of move out of the way for a sec. Look at the second G in greetings. Look how it's like scraping the snow beneath it. Isn't that cool? Isn't that sick? It's very, very sick. A lot of potential here. Very powerful stuff, folks. Yeah, it is sick. I agree. So let's make Ryan be the background. So we're going to turn off our third image here because we only need 2 images this time around because there's going to be only 2 layers. There's the foreground and the background, red and blue. We don't have a green this time. So let's go ahead and turn off, I think this is G. Yep. And we're going to paste Ryan in for the background, and for the foreground, we're just going to do like some... Let's use gold for our text again, like we did before. And let's turn off the expand mask that I applied. We don't want that. Because as you can see, like I was mentioning earlier, the fuzziness around the letters is not desirable. So let's kill that. And now let's see what we get with our new logo. Actually, let's prompt it as well. Let's type neon letters. Just a basic prompt just to give it a little more direction, you know? Let's see what we get. See now as well the preview that we've derived from our masking node, the node responsible for separating the red from the blue from the green. It gives us a nice little preview of like what, so the white region is basically where the AI knows to paint. And so this one right here, this is where this image will be painting. And this one right here is where this image will be painting, because see, it's denoted by the white area. And so that's a really good and clear visual cue as far as what we're doing. How long did it take to do this whole map? Oh, do you mean this? Yeah, this whole like workflow? I built it this morning. Yeah, I built it this morning. It's a lot more complex than it looks because I have a lot of like extra nodes for like image previews like this, just hanging around and really just taking up space. So I wouldn't say it's as complex as it looks, but still kind of complex. Ooh. Ooh, interesting. That's a lot cooler than I thought it would be. That's so cool looking. I wasn't expecting it to look that cool. Yeah, it's sick, you guys. It's sick. Isn't that cool, Benny? Yeah. That's like really gnarly. Is this as relaxing for you make as it is for us to watch? Very good question, and I think the answer is probably yes, because I love doing this. Like all the time. I'm always playing inside of this program because I'm just obsessed with it. And this is a really cool result, so like what can we do with this to make it even cooler? Not much, honestly. That's already pretty sick. I'm awfully tempted to upscale it. Maybe I'll do a slightly different texture for the letters, but the background is just sick. I love that background. So maybe we'll do like a green neon for the foreground, just for fun. Green neon. Let's find any old thing. Let's do... Let's just play with this right here. That's a cool picture. Let's do that. We'll use that for the letters. So we'll paste that on in right here. And let's see what we get. We'll put a side-by-side for a before and after reference. Gosling is not visible. You're right. Yeah, he's not really coming through, is he? I can probably do something about that. I just really like how the background looks as is. It's pretty cool. Very, like, staticky. I can probably do something about Gosling not being in the back. Let me first see how this turns out with the green neon. Looks like the font of Taxi Driver the film. I never saw Taxi Driver. He's driving too fast. Yeah, it's just the motion blur from the breakneck speeds. Alright, so here is our after. Ooh, that's pretty dramatic. I like that. I think I like it even more. So the one on the right is our new result, and it uses the green neon. I think I like it. I think I really like it. So maybe before even upscaling it, let's, I'm gonna save it. And let's just try and resolve this like, issue with Ryan Gosling not coming through. Maybe if we prompt it correctly. In the background is a neon picture of a man driving a car. Could possibly help the situation. And also, maybe if I increase its weight as far as the IP adapter is concerned, that might help. And maybe that'll do something interesting. Let's try that. can see a use case of this for product or brand launches as a social. Oh, absolutely. There's like endless marketing potential for this kind of shit. Absolutely. Have I updated Comfy UI? No, I haven't updated it recently. I'm always a little hesitant with Comfy updates because they've broken things in the past for me, and I just don't really feel like going through the headache of figuring out how to how to roll back or just like deal with that fallout. Like Comfy, my current version of Comfy does everything I need it to, so I'm not in a huge rush to update. Although what I have been doing lately is installing a second version of Comfy, like in a different folder, a different directory, and I'll use that as like my experimental updated version, just to play around and see what's broken, what's not. All right, let's see what we get. Ooh, whoa, very cool. Okay, well, we're getting somebody. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. I like it. It's not exactly, you know, the guy that we want, but at least it's better than static. You can see it's kind of pulling him in to a degree. Kind of, sort of. Yeah, isn't that interesting? It's pretty cool looking. Just for fun, let me bump up the weight of the IP adapter even further to 2.0 and see if he comes through even more prominently. What would you say? How much time would be needed for a beginner to build this like I did? Well, I can only speak from my own experience, and it took me, I started all of this back in like February of this year, and I've been using the program ever since then, almost on a daily basis, almost every day, and I'll use it for several hours a day sometimes. So everyone's experience may differ. Some will learn faster than me, some will learn slower, but for me personally, it took me, how long has it been since February? What is it? September now? Like 7 months or something, 6 or 7, of like really diligent education to really build up to a level like this, where you can build it out from scratch. Because I built this all out from scratch this morning, and basically knew what I was doing and what all the nodes do, and yeah. But it took me a long time to get that comfortable with it, to the point where I could actually do that. When I export video from Comfy, they're a very bad pixel in like Minecraft pixel. Well, you're probably going to want to upscale it once or twice while you're still inside of Comfy. For example, like whatever your starting resolution is, typically people will start with like 512 pixels by 512 pixels or something like that. And then later on in the workflow, they'll throw the stuff through an upscale process. They'll do like upscale image. They'll use this node right here. It's called upscale image. And yeah, you'll basically want to upscale it once or twice by doing that. I'm not exactly going to go through a whole like walkthrough of how to do that right now, but the upscale image node is kind of what you want to focus on. Yeah, isn't this cool? Intifix? I agree. This is sick stuff. So it looks like we've increased the weight of our Ryan Gosling picture a little too much, and now we're kind of back to square one with our static. So let's bring that all the way back down to... Oh, that's because... Oh, it's back down to 1. I thought I bumped it up to 2, but in fact I brought it back down to 1. Let's see what it looks like at 2.0. Hopefully we'll get even more of the Ryan picture bleeding through. Oh, okay. So Topaz AI is really good, but in my opinion, it's good for like later on towards the end of the process. Topaz is like, in my experience, it's not as good at hallucinating extra details. It's a lot better for like sharpening something that's already of a pretty high resolution. So to really like hallucinate more of the details, and because 288 by 512 is a very low starting resolution, it's a good one to start with, but it's low. Definitely take care of the bulk of your upscaling inside of Comfy UI and leave Topaz to like the very end just to polish it off. Okay, this is kind of weird looking. It's not really what I wanted. But hey, that's okay. I think we kind of got more or less a fun result with our drive concept. I do want to go back to the season's greetings for a moment, though, because I was having some fun figuring something out. Well, actually, we basically got it to where we needed it. I just want to see about getting rid of that weird fuzzy fringy things along the edges. And I think the reason for that is our grow mask. So let's try and turn these off right there. And let's run that through again, shall we? It's currently running. Something's running. Okay, there we go. Will this laptop be enough for this? Some laptops can handle this, yeah. It depends what your laptop is. There'll be a course using Comfy coming. I personally look forward to it. Yeah, no, absolutely. The course is still well on its way. Hopefully 3 or 4 weeks out. I know it's kind of hard to give a precise time frame. This last week or so has been kind of like rough as far as my schedule goes, but I'm definitely going to get a lot more of it done this week. I have a lot of modules already recorded and kind of ready for showtime, but I'm kind of just breezing through the basics of Comfy right now, and then I have to polish off like the final part of the course, which will basically cover how to build out like a four-way morphing workflow. I don't know, there's a little bit more to go. I'd say I'm like 30 to 40% done with it if I'm being charitable to myself. But yeah, I'll definitely keep you guys updated. I think it's going to help a lot of folks. I'm going to try and explain things as precisely as I can. And I put 1.5 value in upskill mode. If I put like 2 or 3. Yeah, no, and RTX 3050 is a really good card, so definitely that's still more than enough to get it high up there with the resolution. But yeah, 2.5, 3.75, those are really high values to work with. One thing I can recommend is playing with a node called Ultimate SD Upscale, and you have to install it. I think you can find it through Manager. If you go to Install Custom Nodes, and then you search for SD Upscale. No? Ultimate SD Upscale. No, you're going to have to find it, I think, outside of the Manager. So what you're going to want to do is find Ultimate SD Upscale. It's a node that I think can be found on GitHub. Ultimate SD Upscale. Yeah, so find the GitHub page for Ultimate Upscale for... Oh, that's for Automatic 11. Where did I find this node? I can't remember. Maybe it's this one. Yeah, I think this is it right here. Comfy UI Ultimate SD Upscale. You're basically just going to want to install this node right here. And then this is what the node itself looks like. And this is really efficient because it'll upscale your results in tiles, in like a batch of tiles, as opposed to the whole thing at once. So it's a lot more memory efficient, and you can get a lot more done with it. You can even like bump this upscale by value by like 2, 3, sometimes even 4, and your computer should be able to handle it because it's doing it in batches. So I would play with that, at least to start. Okay, what did I do? Okay. That looks okay, I guess. Is there some green stuff? I don't like the green stuff. But hey, it's pretty cool. Let's try something else. Let's play with like an actual logo. What does the NVIDIA logo look like? Let's play with the NVIDIA logo. Let's have some fun, you guys. So let's do a 512 by 512 canvas. You are very welcome, Mayit. Yeah, I would highly recommend giving that a shot. The Ultimate SD Upscale node is quite capable. Okay, so let's go ahead and make these the right colors. Oh, first I gotta remove the background. Photoshop's background remover is terrible, I swear. So we're gonna bring the logo into Canva yet again. because Canva has, for my money, the very best background remover for images. If there's a better one out there, please let me know, because this is the one I like. Okay, much better. Let's rasterize that. Let's quickly make these the right colors for Comfy. Gonna make our green eyeball icon into something red, I think. Yep. We'll make NVIDIA into the green section. Actually, we probably, just for, I don't know, it seems like it makes more sense to leave the icon green since it's already green, doesn't it? So let's do that. The lettering will be red, and then the background will be blue, I think is the best approach. So, perfect, okay. Let's also get rid of the trademark. That's a little too tiny for our purposes today. All right, perfect. Okay. Video mask, we'll name it. And let's head on back over to Comfy. With the iPiv workflow, I often have a blur on the image as if the camera had a blur around the image. My first theory about that, and I don't know if it's related to the iPiv workflow specifically, but my first theory is to make sure that your VAE is plugged in correctly, that you're using the correct VAE, whether it's baked into the checkpoint or separately loaded. Make sure that's plugged in correctly, and also make sure your sampler and schedule are set accordingly as well. I tend to use LCM and SGM uniform for my combination. Pretty reliable combo, but yeah, definitely check into those two things. And of course, make sure your resolution isn't too low, obviously. Would be cool to try a logo animation using morphs. It would, yeah. Kind of like the four-way morphing zombie things that I do, except for logos. That would be very interesting. So we're gonna bring in the NVIDIA logo now. Let's do that. NVIDIA. Okay, it goes, where does it go? It goes right here. Okay, perfect. And let's stick with our same textures more or less. Let's just see what happens. Let's do that. Isn't this music nice? Alright, see guys, so our masking tool has done its job. It's separated the three disparate elements upon which we will paint. And our paint are these images. Think of the images like your paint in the paint bucket. And this is essentially our canvas elements. And in just a moment, we're going to see the result of that. Is there a reason I usually use 4? Is 5 too much? No, actually 5 is not too much, and that's a great question because the default iPiv workflow out of the box only has 4 states, but you can extrapolate that logic out to theoretically however many more images you want. Once you kind of decrypt like the logic that goes into like making it work, and I'm not really going to go over it in detail right now, but like if you look at I think the fade mask, like this is one of the nodes that you'll find next to each subsequent like IP adapter in the iPiv workflow. You'll notice that there's a node like this called Create Fade Mask Advanced, and you're just gonna want to like study and analyze these numbers right here. My understanding is it basically denotes like when an image fades in, when it fades out, at which frame does it fade in, at which frame does it fade out. So like that's kind of denoted by like the 1.0 means full opacity, 0 means no opacity. So play around with that. That's kind of how I started to figure out how to get it beyond 4 states. Ooh, this is kind of cool. Interesting. Very fascinating. I like that a lot. It's very cool to look at. Let's tighten up the control nets a little bit more. Bring them to like 0.9 even. 8.5 for the N%. Maybe I should just do one value for all three of these. Might make life a little easier. Ooh, Realism version 7 just got released. That's good news. Thanks for letting me know. I would love to check that out. Thank you very much for that. Because that's the model that I use pretty much the most often these days. Good shit. Nice, okay. Let's do it. What? Early access you can download with the checkpoint by purchasing it. Oh, wow. Weird. So if I want it a week ahead of time, I have to spend, like, the currency on the website. That's so interesting. Well, luckily I have enough for it, but that's so weird. It's kind of clever, though. Well, in any event, let's see what we got here. Yeah, this is pretty cool. This could work. Let's make the gold lettering a little more varied and interesting. Gold texture. Oh yeah, let's do this. This is cool. Let's use that. So we'll paste that in right there. And also, let's use our new model that we just downloaded or are about to download. Let's do it. I gotta use this new model. Gotta see what it's about. Oh, you only have 125 credits for sure. Is this workflow available to us? No, not at the moment. This is kind of just one that I built sort of out of the box this morning. But I'll probably be releasing some workflows in some capacity soon. For one thing, I might release some workflows alongside my course that I'll be releasing, but I'll also be walking you through the creation of some of these workflows in that course as well. So either way, definitely keep an eye out for that when that drops. Did I search Midjourney for gold texture? Yeah, no, this is Midjourney's database of like existing images people have already generated. Like, I should be very clear about that. And so credit where credit's due. I'm not like planning on like publishing or doing anything with these results today, like these animations. It's really just for educational purposes, just playing around and experimenting. But just for like really quick iteration, it can be helpful to go through Midjourney's gallery and just pick out some reference images. But otherwise, I would strongly encourage you to make your own. So our model is done. It's downloaded. Beautiful. Let's place it accordingly. So it's going to go in Comfy UI, Models, and Checkpoints. So plop that new model right on in there. And you don't even have to restart Comfy to use a new model. All you have to do is click R, the letter R, or hit refresh over on the right. I'm just going to hit the letter R. And after doing so, we should now see our new checkpoint. Yep, right on here in our list, in the load checkpoint, version 7. Oh, is this an LCM? Is this an LCM model? I don't think it is it? It might not be. Well, I have an LCM LoRa that's currently loaded in, so maybe that'll help us. But let's just try it out right out the gate. Let's see what happens. It might look like crap, but we're gonna find out. Yeah, no, for sure, Miles. You can find it's just on their website, midjourney.com, and as long as you're logged in, I'm pretty sure you have to be logged in already with an account. You might not have to be. What if I do incognito Midjourney? You might not need an account. I would assume you do, though. Yeah, it looks likely that you're gonna have to log in. Oh wait, explore. Oh. Explore, look around. Okay, so it lets you look around a bit. It gives you a little like preview glimpse into it. But definitely if you're already logged in and you're a paying subscriber, you should just be able to go to this Explore tab up top and just type whatever you want. Apples and oranges. It's an amazing feature. I mean, just look right away how many results that you get that you can play with. Look how cool that is. That's really cool. I'm gonna play with that. Right, so this is our new, does it look any better or worse? I can't really tell. I should have saved the previous version. Let's make a version next to it using the old Stable Yogi for reference. But otherwise it looks pretty good. Oh, you paid for a whole year? That's probably a good idea, actually, if you're going to use it a lot. I mean, I use it like every day, so I could probably benefit from buying a year's worth. We're almost done with this one here. Like, really curious how the before and after is going to look. Okay. Oh, that's kind of weird. Wasn't expecting that. That clearly doesn't look very good. What is the reason, though? Is it because... Well, that's kind of perplexing. Let's try V4. I'm kind of just experimenting right now. If you guys... the logo looks so cool. Yeah, it does have that holographic kind of feel, doesn't it? The shimmeriness. This one's like super washed out, overbaked. But this one right here is using V7, so I mean, it looks beautiful. Looks really, really nice. It'll look even nicer though when I upscale it. What other logos should I animate? There's obviously so many options. Best logos. Best logos are simple. Ain't that the truth? Oh wow, that doesn't look good either. What? That's weird. What changed? Why is... I'm a little confused. So suddenly my results are getting a little washed out and I can't figure out why, but that's okay. I'm going to refer to an old workflow that I saved like 20 minutes ago. Let's see what model we were using at the time. Ah, okay, we were using Realistic Vision, which does not look like an LCM. So that would explain a lot. We were not using LCM at the time. So that's okay. Let's stick with our version 7 and let's keep having some fun. Let's keep moving. So we're going to save our result, our NVIDIA right here, and do a different logo this time around. Let's see, what should we do? Let's do Pepsi. And you know what we'll do with the Pepsi logo? We'll find like a texture, a red, white, and blue texture that each, like, in other words, we'll find objects that are already that color, so it'll kind of like fit nicely into it already. Pepsi logo. Yeah, this will be fun. Let's try this out. Okay. Copy image. All right. Yeah, this will be funny. Okay, so we got the Pepsi logo. This is going to be cool. I have a good idea in mind. I think you'll like this. So let's crop that out. Let's make it a perfect red. this obviously will be blue. And the background will be green. 255 for that. Okay, and lastly, we want green for the background. Perfect. Pepsi mask. Let's plop that in. Beautiful. Oh, thank you, Adrian. I really appreciate you. I do what I can. So for the background, we're going to want it to be white because as you can see in the regular Pepsi logo, that's already the color scheme. It's got like a white background. So let's choose something that's like already, well, white, you know? So let's do like Winter Wonderland maybe, because we're going to keep it Christmas themed, I think. Winter Wonderland. Nice. This is pretty bright. Look how bright white that is. That will do nicely. So we'll do that. And something red. We need something red. Let's do red berries. Let's try this. It's got some green in it too, don't it? Let's try this one. Okay. And then lastly, for the bottom, the blue, let's do... I don't know, what should we do? Blue. I don't really know. Let's just do, this is fine. Like a blue Christmas tree branch thing. Okay, I think we're good. So this is our selection of images. And let's see what we get. Blue Man Group, yeah. Not quite Christmas themed, although maybe to some it is. Pepper lights. What are pepper lights? Pepper lights. Okay, interesting. Not great, not great. You know what I think I'll do? I'll make these like Christmas ornaments because they're already like spherical and I think it would really match well. So red Christmas ornament. Like something real shiny and nice. Ooh, this is pretty. Let's do this. So we'll use that for the red. We'll even prompt it appropriately. Christmas ornaments in the snow. Alright, let's do a blue Christmas ornament now. Blue Christmas ornament. Something nice and shiny and cool. Ooh, this is nice too. Let's use that. Alright, awesome. I think this will be great. Let's try it out. Also, the control net might be a little too heavy-handed. Maybe I'll dial that back. By the way, folks, we've come up on the hour just about 5 minutes ago, so I'll probably be parking it soon. But as always, I've really enjoyed having you. Almost done. And let's see what we get. Interesting. Well, there's definitely some room for improvement here, but I like some parts about it. let's bump the weight of this up a little bit for both the red and the blue. Let's also bring the control nets way back down. They're kind of heavy. And in fact, let's convert the widgets to inputs for strength and N% so that I can control all three in one go instead of having to do each individually. So do that, do that, do that, do that, and lastly, this and this. Beautiful. I think we're going to want a primitive integer. No, primitive float probably, because they have decimals. Primitive float should be good. We'll do 2 of them, and they're going to plug into each of these 3 nodes. So that will be our strength, and this will be our N%, from which we will control from one global location. So let's do 0.5 and also 0.5 for both. And then let's give it another roll. Yeah, thank you, Marco. That's very nice of you. Did you create your own ControlNet mask videos in your Morph workflow? Not always. They're kind of a random collection of things I've found, and also some stuff I've made as well. It's honestly a mixture. Yeah, Mark, for sure. I'd love to discuss the possibility of doing some music stuff, music videos. Let's chat like in DM or something after. Ooh, I'm already liking how this is looking so far, based on this crude preview. Hopefully I'm not let down. Ooh, hoo hoo hoo. Yeah, this is getting somewhere nice. This is really sick. I should sell this to Pepsi. This is really, really, really sick. What else can I do with it? It's a bit flickery. I don't like how the lights in artifacts are kind of flickering around. I'm sure I could do something about that. What's the CFG? Oh, you know what? The CFG is a bit heavy. Also, the motion scale might be too high. Let's bring the motion scale down to like 1.1, I would say. Let's do that and re-roll it, see what we get. But you know, almost this is like very usable. This is really pretty to look at. This is so cool. This NVIDIA one's pretty dope too. Nice, yeah, I wish you a good evening as well, bud. Thank you. Yeah, isn't this sick? Ooh, okay. That definitely helped the situation. So look, before and after, the one on the left is before, the one on the right is after. And what I've merely done is I've brought the motion scale down by 1/10 of a point. So the one on the right is definitely a lot easier on the eyes, I would say, than the one on the left. Just less flickery overall. I mean, maybe there's some artistic merit to this, but I don't know. It's a little bit epileptic for my taste, so. Yeah, isn't that stunning? This is like sick. I gotta like do something more with this. Oh, it's beautiful. So maybe I'll go ahead and upscale this at the risk of taking too long of your guys' time. I don't think it'll take that long though. I really don't. Let's see what the ATA is on that. Let's name this workflow Pepsi because it's a Pepsi logo. It's only 32 frames long. It shouldn't take that long. Not too bad. Like 3 minutes. So in the meantime, let's play around. So this is going to take about 3.5 minutes to upscale. But in the meantime, let us play with a new website I found last night, which is like really cool. I was excited to show it to you guys. I think you'll find a lot of use out of it. Kind of, though, just another nail in the coffin of the graphic design profession, unfortunately. And as a graphic designer myself, it brings me no pleasure to admit that. But this website is pretty amazing from what I've used so far. It essentially lets you choose from a bunch of different, like, I guess templates similar to Canva. So like the logo page, for example, has all these logos pre-made or whatnot, and you can just quite literally click into any of them and using some kind of large language model, prompt it to become whatever else you want it to be. So like, look how magical this shit is. I'll click this like dog logo, for example, and I'll type, oh, do I use Pinocchio? No, I haven't used Pinocchio yet, but I hear good things. I should probably try installing Pinocchio and trying it out, but at the moment I do not. So like, let's say for example, just like turn this dog into a cat, and with a high degree of certainty, I think it's going to give us exactly what we asked for in just a couple seconds. This website's nuts, you guys. Yeah, look at that shit, dude. That's crazy. It's like stylistically exactly like the dog, but it's a cat now. Isn't that ridiculous? The site's called, it's so easy. It's called playground.com. Playground. Like a children's playground. I don't know, just like schoolyard, whatever, but just the word playground. Very easy to remember. And I'm on a free plan right now. I haven't paid for it yet, but I'm highly considering it. It's over? Yeah, no kidding. This is brutal how like powerful this is. Like, let's try, oh shoot. Oh, that's a pro one. So it definitely stops you along the way to try and get you to pay for it, but like there's still a lot of free options. So like I don't know, let's even see like, and again, our video has like 40 seconds left. So until then, let's keep having fun. Let's change the word elegance to my name. Let's change elegance to Bennett. Let's just see what happens if I type that. It should be very interesting. Maybe it'll keep everything else but the word I changed. Wow. Yeah, I mean, okay, it's not like identical, but it's pretty close. I mean, that's crazy, isn't it? Just by like talking to it, just by having a conversation. And you can even apply like different like quick styles to it. Like this one's kind of nice. Let's see what this one looks like. Almost there, I would assume. And then we'll check out the video that we just rendered. Sick. Look at that, guys. That's so powerful. It's so freaking powerful, dude. Definitely scary, but powerful. So yeah, highly recommended. Have some fun with this. Let's check out our video. Let's see where we're at now with our video. You're very welcome, Gastron. Yeah, it's good stuff. Ooh, wow. This is beautiful. Let's interpolate it real quick to bring it up to 60 frames. Oh, this is beautiful. This is so cool looking, guys. Oh, wow. And there you have it. That is sick. No Blender required, no 3D modeling required, no nothing. Well, it ain't nothing, I'll tell you that much. Comfy UI is not nothing, but, you know, it's just an alternative, I guess, to 3D modeling. And it's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? I think so. Really, really cool. So I think that's a really high note to end things on, my friends. And yeah. Hey, Harsha, how's it going? Thanks, Miles. Yeah, this is gnarly. I would like to do something with this. Maybe I'll post it to my story or something. I don't know. I don't know if I'll make it I don't think I'll make a full post out of it, but it's really cool looking. Really, really cool looking. Yeah. Good stuff, folks. You're very welcome. Thanks for stopping in, all of you. Gastron, Miles, all of you, thank you so much for being here. I love having you and sharing this this software with you. It's a lot of fun. Set my request. I don't know what you're asking. All right, folks, I'm gonna park it here. Have a lovely day, evening, wherever you are, and I'll catch you next time. Okay? Love you so much. Take care.